welcome to the Pearly Eye Review. I'm PJ. I'm gonna try and keep this short and simple and get to the point. So forgive me if if I ramble on. I haven't written any notes because this is a no spoiler review of Avengers Endgame. I just got back from seeing it, so that's why it's hot outside, so I'm a little shiny in the face, but here's my ticket. Okay. I just want to say, without telling the story, just give my overall feelings. Right now I'm feeling, it's a mix of, I feel a bit bittersweet and I feel satisfied. 11 years, if you've stuck with this saga for 11 years, the MCU, I think me as a Marvel fan, I feel satisfied. When I was a little kid in the 90s, I used to watch the Marvel cartoons. A relative had the comic books, but for me, it was also the cartoons, X-Men, in the 90s, Spider-Man, the animated series, the 90s one, Fantastic Four, Hulk, and Iron Man, and they actually had an Avengers show. And when I would watch those cartoons, I would always imagine and wonder if somebody could really, like, somehow piece together and put these group of superheroes up on the big screen and make it work. That would be a dream come true. And the Russo brothers have done that in terms of the Avengers. I never thought that this would ever happen. Never, just never. Never in a million years I thought that this would actually happen. Like, where you have a group of so many different characters and it would actually work. And it just feels like the comic books have jumped up on the big screen and have come to life. I will say there were only two things that shocked me in this film. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. And two things that shocked me, and the other thing, it's kind of weird. I didn't really like it. But overall, it's like the climax of just everything building up to this moment, and I'm just satisfied. And if you've read the comic books, also everything's predictable in this film, but I didn't mind that because we knew, some people that have read the comic books, you knew what was going to happen, so, or just know the formula of what happens in Endgame. I like to look at this film as it's just the tail end of Infinity War. Really, it's like Back to the Future 3. Like, it's just the second half of part 2. You know what I mean? This is really the second half of Infinity War. I see it as being connected. It's just they couldn't put it's because if you're putting this movie's 3 hours. If you put in the last 3 hours, it combined it with Infinity War, you'd be here all day long. We'd be here a whole nother day, sitting all day long watching this one film if it was pieced together all together. So they had to split it up. It's just the tail end of Infinity War, and overall, as a whole, I'm satisfied. The CGI, some parts, you could tell it was a bit rushed. I think the CGI was better in Infinity War, but it doesn't distract too much from enjoying the film. It looks a little bit wonky in some parts, but it's okay. The music, there the music is in the right places, where there's a, tension build up or heartwarming moments or sad moments. One of my favorite composers, Alan Silvestri. I'm looking down at my phone to make sure that he did do, I believe, Captain America. It just says Captain America. But I believe he did Captain America, First Avenger, the music for that. Infinity War, he came back for Infinity War, and he did Forrest Gump. So, and also, now I know this off the top of my head, Back to the Future. He did the music for that. So, Alan, I like his style of music. It's a touch of John Williams, just a hint of him. That's what it kind of feels like, his type of music. And it really plays wonderful in certain parts of Endgame, and I really appreciate that they really up the ante with how music can really pull your emotions, make you feel sad, make you feel excited, make you feel tension or scared. Of course, the humor is in the film. I think in the right places, but for me, I was like, that. Let's just get to the finale. But yeah, I always like Marvel because they don't take themselves so seriously. They, even when it's tension or they're trying to fight and get through things, they're always making jokes. But I that's what I like about them. That's why I always like Marvel comics. I like DC too, but if I want a good laugh, I'll go to Marvel. So I think that's it. This is no spoiler review. That's pretty much all I have to say. I thank the Russo brothers. I don't for just making this work. When they came on with Captain America Winter Soldier, and then they just made it even the greater with, I can't even describe how, just when they did Civil War. I mean, I still remember being blown away by that. I think the best team up overall with these films, to me, in terms of the fighting, hands down, for me, still Civil War. But yeah, this what was going on, I really liked the action of what was happening. But yeah, the Russo brothers, I don't know what's gonna happen exactly with this. This is the conclusion of the Avengers, but what's next? I'm still asking that question. I don't know what to expect. I'm trying so hard not to spoil this. It's just how it ended. I'm like, okay. What to expect? It seems like they're trying to put the female superheroes to the forefront. That seems cool. And have a little bit more of them leading the charge with the missions. So, but really, I think that's the third thing that I'm kind of like, I don't know what to think. Yeah. I'd say if you're not a fan of these films, I really don't know what to tell you, because it really is, you have to have watched most of the films to understand, well, all of them, really, to understand what's going on. I'd say if you don't have time to watch them all, start with Civil War. That'll pretty much tell you what's going on. Start with Civil War, watch Infinity War, and then Endgame, and then backtrack. To kind of get a cheat sheet, a jump start on understanding Endgame. But if you're a Marvel fan all the way, you know the comic books, you know the cartoons, you've been watching these movies for 11 years, all 22 movies in total, including Endgame. And that is my motion sensors. That's what that ringing is. Go see it. This is a must see. I think I'm in shock. It's more than I could ask for. I never thought this would happen, and I just love it. And I'm hopeful. I'm a little scared to find out what's gonna happen next. What's gonna happen? I'm trying not to say anything. Just what will the future hold? What is the next phase with this? I know they have a lot of standalone films. Spider-Man Homecoming. There's rumored to be a Black Widow movie, and the TV shows with Scarlet Witch and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, yeah. But as far as movies goes, and Black Panther 2. So, other than that, the standalone films, I don't know what to expect. But I am hopeful. A little nervous, because I'm like, will it have the same effect as this whole, saga did? But yeah, go see it, especially if you're a Marvel fan. And thank you to the Russo brothers for making this weird girl that loved comic books, her dream come true, that she related to my favorite character, Spider-Man. So, and that he was added into this mix, and all the other characters, getting to know them better, seeing them sing a different version of these characters from the comic books, which I didn't think I would actually like more in, on the big screen. Characters that was kind of like, whatever. Like for Captain America, for instance, he was never really my favorite, but I love Chris Evans as Captain America in the movies, and really made me have more respect for him. Yeah. And also Iron Man, because he was always a jerk. But he's still a jerk, but Robert Downey Jr. knows how to make us like him. It's things like that. The acting is of course top notch. They get that the fans like you and I, we love these films, and they give it their all. Directing, they know what we want. And again, go see it. Okay, that's my review. Please give a like and subscribe. And what do you think? Did you get a chance to see, I was about to say Civil War, Endgame. And what did you think? Are you satisfied? Are you sad? Or you can't wait to see what happens? How are you feeling about what happened? Thanks. That's my review.